Hi guys, Michelle is back. So she's been on a little bit of a racket journey, trying out different rackets, strings and tensions to try and find the holy grail for her, the one she's going to switch to. We think we are there with her. We think we found the one. I'm going to let her explain exactly what that is and the reasons behind it. This is a little bit of a new concept video for us, trying to be as authentic as we can, as we always are, in terms of giving you the exact reasons why she changes and the kind of process of changing rackets. Please like and subscribe to the channel so we can give you more videos like this and support brilliant young talents like Michelle in their aspirations to become professional tennis players.
I used to play with the Yonex V-Core and I was looking to change, and I did a video trying out 8 rackets. And this one just really stood out to me. It felt really, really good. I was hitting it really clean. I had to generate my own power a little bit with it, but I actually quite enjoy that. It gives control, power, a little bit of everything, and I've been playing with it for a couple of months now, and it's just the perfect fit for what I wanted. So I'm really pleased with it so far.
So obviously we first went for the E-Zone 100. Now you're looking at the swap potentially to this blade. What kind of provoked that?
I started playing matches with the racket after practicing with the racket for a couple of weeks, and I found that when I was playing I was really struggling to control it. I didn't feel like I trusted myself, and I felt like that came down to a bit of the racket as well, so it didn't feel like me anymore when I was playing with it.
Have you tried the E-Zone 98 versus the blade?
Yeah, I tried it too, and I felt like I had a little bit more control with it. I did. I liked it, but this one just really was a good fit for me, and I really loved it, so I was like, I'm gonna stick to this one.
So Michelle, you're obviously a super aggressive baseliner. You say that's your style, like to take it on nice and flat.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about what strings you're going for now?
Yeah, I originally, when I changed this racket, I put the Yonex Poly Tour Pro in it at 52 pounds. And when I originally had this racket, I actually struggled with a bit of a shoulder injury. And I found out soon after that it was because of the tension and the string I was using in this racket. Because the minute I changed to and I put the tension a little bit lower at 51 pounds, my injury went away straight away. It's just, I think this racket suits, maybe for me personally, it suits a softer string. Just my body was able to cope with it a little bit better.
Yeah, and you started talking a little bit about you really like to swing your arm through as fast as you can, let it go. And that's why you're kind of gravitating more to these 98s.
Yeah,
now.
Sure. Like I said, the E-Zone Yonex, you don't really have to generate a lot of your own power. I feel like it just comes naturally through the racket. Whereas this one, you get a bit of power with it, but I feel like you have to generate most of it yourself. But I enjoy that, so.
Yeah. So it's kind of that match situation where you feel like you can go for your shots, whichever player you're playing, kind of conditions, that kind of control element. Okay, that's cool.
I've tried a lot of poly strings with this racket and a lot of shape strings, but I feel like this one is the best for my shoulder and how my game style suits me. It comes off the racket a little bit flatter, a little bit less spinny, but I enjoy that a lot because I like to go through the ball with it.
So compared to the shape strings, what was the major difference? Like comfort or spin or?
I don't find like they're as tough. Like the contact with the ball is a little bit softer. I feel like you have more flexibility with what you do with the ball. find that a lot of times I hit a punishing ball and I get a short one, I used to just let it drop. But I've been practicing my dry volleys and my volleys a bit more because I do have a game that suits that, so I'm trying to take more advantage of that the more I play matches.
Are you able to do more on your volleys then?
I want to try and put them away a bit more.
Yeah.
I feel like before, I would try to go to the net, but I wouldn't finish it.
Like sitting a bit.
Yeah. So my main goal with practicing them is just really putting them away, trying to hit my targets.
And what is it about this kind of setup that you're enjoying putting them away with?
The contact with the ball feels so good. Like when I hit it in the middle, there's no feeling like it. It's so.
Talk to me about the serve with this racket then.
Well, even from when I tried out the A racket, I remember turning around to you straight away and saying, this is my favorite on the serve. And the contact felt so good. And just, it comes off the racket so nice if you hit it right in the middle.
What's your kind of main serve? You say flat down the tee?
Yeah, flat down the tee on the right side and then out wide on the left side.
Yeah.
But I find that if you, like I said, if you hit the middle of this racket, it comes off extremely clean.
Yeah. What are you trying to work on in terms of patterns of play, and how does this racket suit you with that?
So my favorite pattern is when I go down the tee and then into the backhand corner. And this racket allows me to do that perfectly. So yeah, a little bit. I would say if you are not a very aggressive player or you don't really swing through the shot, then it might not be the most rewarding racket you play with. I feel like you really have to put a lot of power into it. And also for me personally, I changed from 100 square inch to 98, which is always an adjustment. And it did take me a couple of weeks to change from that. I found that I was framing the ball a little bit with it, but after a couple of weeks, it feels completely fine. But that was a little bit tricky for me.
Yeah. So it's a racket you've really got to be aggressive with. You know, you can't kind of hit 70–80%. You feel like you've got to be on it with it.
Yeah, I feel like if I don't put a lot of energy into my swing, then the ball might not come off my racket that hard. If I don't hit a good quality shot, a lot of times that ball gets punished. So.
Yeah. So it was actually a close. I think it came second in that 8 racket challenge.
It did.
You really liked it on that day, and I guess when you're hitting with different rackets, that kind of easy free power is quite addictive. But you were mentioning when you were playing tournaments and playing in tight pressure situations, you trusted yourself more now with the blade.
Yeah, absolutely. When I tried to compete with the E-zone for a couple of weeks and it just didn't suit. I was really missing a lot of shots and I couldn't figure out what it was, and then the minute I tried to switch up the rackets, it made more sense to go with this one. Yeah,
and you've changed from a 100 to a 98. Can you give anyone advice? What is the tricky things in moving down to a smaller inch head size?
I find like it's always going to be tricky, but a big part of it can be mental at times. I feel like if you give it time, you will adjust. It might not feel great straight away, but if you just keep practicing, changing a racket is not an easy process. It's what you play with every day. You use it, it's your equipment, so just keep trusting it, and after a couple of hits, it'll start feeling natural. That's what happened with me.
So most people are using shaped polys now for extra spin. Also, you're using adrenaline, Luxembourg adrenaline 51, which is a round, smooth poly. It's something you've used before and you've gone back to. Why is it that you keep coming back to this string?
I just find that it suited me the best. I tried different strings, but I also was struggling to control the ball with it. And this one just seems to be the easiest on my shoulder and my wrists. Every time I've tried to change string and tension, I've always had problems. So I just think playing it safe with this one for now is the best choice for me.
You mentioned obviously you really like the feeling of contact on this racket. It's a really nice soft but kind of crisp feeling. What would you kind of translate that to? How can you describe that to our viewers?
It's just imagine you hit the best shot of your life and just having that amazing contact. The ball comes off so clean. But I find that with this racket, I'm getting that way more often than I'm used to. So thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe for more content.